So, hello, good morning. It's me again, Ituha, and it's 2026, and I am currently reading this book, The Richest Man in Babylon. Yeah, it has this notoriety about a lot of things. It's old, one of those old classic when it comes to working on your finances and improving your lot. So, I am going to be sharing lessons that I learned from time to time, and today I'm giving a summary of what I I have read so far. And if you haven't read it, I want to use this opportunity to invite you to join me in the journey, really, and take out time where I sum total of the things we read, the people we interact with, and at the end of the day, when it comes to our body, the food that we eat and all that. And so I want to encourage you to join me in the journey. So by way of quick summary, because it's going to be very short clips from time to time until this book it's fully summarized and I finish reading the book. So by way of an overview, reading the book, the first thing that you would some of the lessons, not those are the things I want to quickly bring out, and those are the lessons we're going to be talking about. It's a classic on savings. So it's basically saving. One of the major lessons that will stand out is saving consistently. So our next conversation would be saving consistently, especially if you are young and you're in your 20s, you are around 16, 18, and you started working. Don't be concerned about the amount that you save. Be concerned about the consistency. You know, some people want to save when I get big money. Is there really anything like that? Consistency would always beat people who are consistent will always win at the end of the day. Be consistent. If you're young, start saving now. If you are young, start your savings now. Like I said, not the amount. Stop bothering yourself about the amount. Just save. Just start saving and be consistent. And of course, secondly, when you save, live below your means. You know, there's this crave to want to buy the latest. You want to be, yes, we want to be the talk of the town. Oh, I wore this, I wore that, I wore that. Nobody really cares at the end of the day. Just live below your means. Cut your rent if you can. If you're not married yet, for instance, you can decide to share with people, your rent with people, until you decide to move, start raising a family. Of course, when you want to raise a family, you want a privacy for yourself. But the emphasis is save consistently. That's another major lesson. We must live, haven't saved consistently, we must then live below our means. You must live below your means. And then thirdly, when you save consistently, there's this popular saying that a little drop of water would make an ocean eventually if you give it time. You know, time is such a leverage that sometimes we use negatively, we waste it. So if you're saving consistently and you're not so concerned about the amount that you save, but rather about the consistency. If you want to do 1,000 naira, for instance, I live in Nigeria, so I'll talk with naira. You want to do it. Yes, it may look like, 1,000 naira is very small. But if you are consistent, give yourself the next 5 years. And then the more you earn, the more you decide to increase. Maybe after a year, your income increases. You do a 5,000 and you just keep up like that. You do a 10,000. In 10 years, you would far be better than someone who earns so much but hasn't saved. So after saving, the next step, we've talked about the consistent saving, living below your means. The next step will be to invest what you have saved. You have to compile first. That's when you talk about the ocean. You compile, when you compile everything, put everything together, and then you then start investing. Like I said, we're going to be discussing this in details, so we're not going into details. First of all, you have to save, you have to live below your means. By the time you have put a lot together, you can then put into savings. You don't stop at saving, because saving does really nothing. You need to then move to the part of investing, which helps to compound. So that's a compounding power. So you want to take advantage of the compounding power that your savings has given you the opportunity to do. So that's when you move it all the way to investment. So the shares, the mutual funds, of course. The more you earn, the more you have in this, the more you earn, the more money you have, the more you earn by way of interest, So you can then start thinking of saving the interest of the interest. You don't even touch your interest. Everything is running and compounding from your savings. If you don't have a savings, most of the time, you can hardly really invest. So that's why we say we save first for some few months or a year, 2 years, and then you move to the level of investing. We're talking about starting. We're not talking about people who are waiting to get big money or people who stumble across big money, really. We're talking about starting from where you are. And then, of course, you protect. So the next major interest is you then protect your investment. By the way of protecting your investment, it's you put in somewhere that is safe. You put your money somewhere that is safe. For instance, you're not going to give your money to, you want to buy gold. You're not going to go and look for a mechanic to buy gold for you. You have to look for an expert in that field. And then that's the easiest way you can protect your money. If you don't protect your investment, you give your investment to someone who can't do anything or does not have the expertise in your investment, you would eventually lose the investment. So that's why we talk about protect your investment. And when you have protected your investment as a young person, your next plan will then be to say that I have to keep improving. You have to improve your skill. The more you improve your skill, the better you get at earning more, and the more you earn, the more you are able to save, and the more you are able to invest. So we're coming back to these lessons some other time. So in the meantime, let's remember that from the lessons from the richest man in Babylon, you have to save. You have to save. And then having saved, you have to live below your income. Living below your income, after you have saved, live below your income, and you have something you've put together that is a bit more than some that is looks like a lot, you then move on to investment, and then protect your investment by ensuring that you put it in safe platforms, and then or put it in safe investment, and then give it to people. Put it in investments that you know are run by experts, and then having done that, you have to then start improving on your skill. Find a way, take from your little savings, improve on your skills. Sometimes even you don't even need money to go to do some of these things. You have a lot of free courses right now, so you can, and even books, you can improve your skill by reading and all that. Then finally, before I drop the mic today, is that build healthy network. So we're coming back to these conversations some other time. Before I come back again, I need you to please look at these lessons, practice the lessons, and then we continue the conversation. Do have a great time.